With the completion of the Kerapac and the Glacier collection logs, the time has come once again to sell off the loot tab. So let's dive into the bank and see how much we have in there. Just FYI, this is the biggest one we've ever had, and we've gone up to like 4 billion in loot tab, so this one's gonna be pretty darn big. And here we go with the big reveal. This is what we have in the loot tab so far. I'll go a little bit more into detail, but I'll just scroll down for those of you who just want to see it. So up at the top, we have our Talos Orb, which we got at a 1 streak at 189% enrage, which is just insanely lucky. We also have an ED1 pet, which I'm not claiming until I finish the other 2 EDs, so I'm going to claim them all at the same time. Then we have some mask ability codex from raids. These are like 40 mil each, if I'm not mistaken. 47, they've been 48, they've been going up, and that's 7 of them. We have a bunch of spirit shields from Corp, along with all of the sigils. We also have some Masuda's War Spear, featured treats, and of course our ancient scales that we got from grinding that ED1 pet. If we price check those, they're up to 1 mil. So this is over 1 bill just in ancient scales. Next up, we have the Elder God Wars 3 stuff. So we have a Scripture of Bic, we have a Scripture of Wen, 3 Scriptures of Jazz. I didn't actually make placeholders for the other 2 pieces of this staff, but we have the placeholder for this one, which we already sold. And then the gloves and the Concentrated Blast Ability Codex, which we're gonna keep one of it and just learn it, and we're gonna sell the other one off. Placeholder for the Frozen Core of Leng, which we sold both of them, some Nilles, the Dark Ice Shard that we had to make for the collection, some Leng artifacts, a Cryptobloom Helm that we got from Croesus, that one I already sold as well, and then some just rare drops from Rex Matrix, just from AFKing as I increase my drop rate for the pet. Next up, we have the Elder Troves. We have a lot of them, which are tier 1 because I wasn't using the ring for most of the time, but that doesn't matter. We have 284 tier 3s, which should be around 28 quiver fragments. That's going to be a good amount of money. We're going to be opening all of those as well. We got some pages from every single boss at God Wars, some anima. Of course, I used my Bic and Fool along with the Wen for the upgrade for the ring, and then we just have so much Jazz anima. I don't know. Like at what point did we get this many? We have some Croesus Flakes, some Remnants, which we can't sell. We got some shields from Rots and 1500 energy. That means we are already done with Rots, so those are going away as well. But we have to keep the energy and all the Barrows stuff to make those pets. I am 3 items away from the Barrows log collection, so as soon as that happens, we're making all of those pets. This is the only thing in the loot tab that I'm not selling, except for the Amulet of the Forsaken. I might sell those depending on what I want to do with the money next. Then down here, we have the common drops. We have 158 Serenic Scales, a bunch of salvage, seeds, herbs, gems, you know, the usual 34,000 Dragonstone, just because every single boss in there drops them. And Glacor and Kerapac just drops so many of them. It's kind of ridiculous. Again, 43,000 Royal Dragonhide from Kerapac, like 17,000 Water Battle Staff, 16,000 Fire Battle Staff. What else do we have? 15,000 Dragon Keen Bones. Most of this is from Kerapac, now that I think about it. It's not even from Arch-Glacor, it's from Kerapac. 16,000 Hadrix Bolt Tips. This by itself should be... Those are 9k each. That's going to be quite a bit of money. And yeah, that's all for the common loot. Let's do what we always do and price check a couple of inventories and see how much we have in the price check compared to what we have when we end up selling everything. All right, off we go with inventory number 1. Let's dump everything in here, and this should be the cheapest one, and it's already at 230 mil. Something in here has to be carrying. Let's see. Oh, the crystal keys. We have 174 mil worth of crystal keys. Okay, that's something. And then we have all these relics of Amanishi that we have to alch ourselves. You can't actually price check them or sell them. So those, I kind of calculated it. It was around 40 mil. So we're going to add 40 mil to that. And this inventory is going to be worth 270 mil. All right, off to inventory number 2. And this might actually be cheaper because we have a bunch of stone spirits. I don't know why I'm price checking this. It's like 3 weapon poison, 21 rune stone spirits. Let's just dump it in. And 271. It turns out this is more expensive. 79 mil worth of Dragonkin bones. What else do we have in here? There should be something else that's worth something. Oh, 122 mil worth of fire battle staff. Okay, that makes sense. So 271 for inventory number 2. Inventory number 3, let's dump everything in, and we have 597 mil. Wow, okay, I was not expecting that. Let's see, what do we have in here? 148 mil worth of Hydrix Bolt Tips, 21 mil worth of Onyx Bolt Tips. What else is expensive in here? 44 mil worth of Onyx Bolts. That's not bad. The Dragonhide is 118 mil. God, this is so much money. 194 mil worth of Uncunsed Dragonstone. Boy, I should wait to sell this until double XP. I'm not going to, but I should. And then we have these damaged dinosaur hides from Rex Matriarchs, which aren't sellable, but again, I have to alchemy myself, and they come out to be around 13 mil. So we're gonna add 13 mil to that, and the price check for this one is 610. Let's see what we have in here, and dump it all in. 523. Okay, this one's not bad, but we do have... Okay, the price is probably correct. I thought the Spirit Wheat Seeds were gonna boost it, and I don't even know if they're gonna sell for 323, but we're gonna have to wait and see. That's only 2 mil though. Where's most of the money coming from in this inventory? Bunch of Toad Flax, 21 mil, bunch of Lantodime, 18 mil almost. Dwarf Wheats are 50 mil, and there should be something else. Oh, the salvage, of course, 327 mil worth of medium blunt orichalcum salvage. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to sell that. I might just have to alch it myself. Next up, we have the Barrows inventory. Of course, I'm not going to be selling this, and most of the money comes from the malevolent energy anyway, which I'm going to end up using for all of the pets. So we're just going to price check it for the fun and add it to the total, but we're not going to be selling this one. So it's 892 mil. Of course, 785 mil coming from the malevolent energy, and that's pretty much it. I don't think the ammos of the Forsaken are in here, so you can add another 300 mil to the Barrows ones. But yeah. That's not bad. Of course, if we remove the malevolent energy, it's only 100 mil. I mean, that's still pretty darn good for Barrows. All right, we have the big boy inventory with all of our rare drops. So let's open the price check. And this is not even going to price check. I'm telling you that right now. Yep, no, it doesn't. That means it's over max cash tag, but we're going to remove a bill from it, which is the Ancient Scales. And it turns out to be 1.4 bill. That's pretty darn good. Let's see where all of this money is coming from. We have 218 mil worth of Amulets of the Forsaken, 111 mil out of Vengeful Kite Shields. Let's see, 41 mil from Manuscripts of Big, and it's only 17 of them. Wow, those are expensive, I guess. We have 242 from the Greater Concentrated Blast, which those are more like 160. So you could add 80 mil to those, except you have to remove 120 because we are using one of those for ourselves. 165 from the Scripture of Wen. What else do we have? Oh, the Scripture of Big only shows us 15 mil. That's actually like 430, I think. I'm gonna have to check that out before I sell it. And 335 from the Mask of Ability Codex. So we're gonna count this as inventory number 5, and then we're just gonna price check the Ancient Scales. So that is 1.425 bill. Right, and the final inventory is just gonna be the scales by itself. Let's see how much that is. 1.1 bill. Okay, so that's a lot of money just from scales. I'm kind of glad, like, I'm not glad I went dry on ED1, but if I was gonna go dry in any of the EDs, I think ED1 is the one to go with, because you don't have to rely on drops to make money, and just from the scales you can see how much you can profit from there. The total price check from the inventories comes up to be 5.1 bill, and that's not even counting like the other troves and some other stuff that I didn't pull out. We're gonna have to sell everything to actually see how much we can make. And that is going to take a long time because I'm going to be slow selling some of these things. Just wish me luck, and let's just see how much money we can make here. We've gotten quite a few big drops in the past 6 months that I've had to sell either for upgrades, splits, or money for supplies, and we're going to go over them now. Starting off with Croesus, where we usually do keeps, so that means whenever you get a drop, you actually get to keep it and you don't have to share it with anyone, but I'll do a split hour here and there, and we have gotten one drop from a split hour, so let's just take a look. First off, we got a Foul Torch, which is the offhand for woodcutting, I'm pretty sure. I haven't actually used it, but that one sold for 335 mil. The next drop we got was a Spore Hammer, which is the offhand for mining, and this one sold for 165 mil. The next one is huge. It's a Criploom Helm, and I was going to keep that in the loot tab, but when Zuck came out, Criploom went sky high, and I decided to sell it for 640 mil. I think that was its peak too. The next drop we got was a Criploom Helm Split, and you can see the price difference from selling it right when we got it to the other one that I sold after Zuck came out. This one sold for 308 mil, divided by 4 people. We each got 77 mil. Moving on to Kerapac, we're going to start off with a Greater Concentrated Blast Codex Split, which we got 45 mil for. It was in a duo. And then we get to the big bucks. The second and third staff pieces that I got were both splits in a duo. So one of them sold for 1.9 bill. So that's 945 mil each. And the second one sold for 2 bill flat. So that was a 1 bill split each. The one staff piece that I got solo sadly was very early and it didn't sell for as much as the other ones, but it was still a 1.25 bill drop just for myself. Finally, we have the Glacor weapons. The first one we made 3 days into the release, so we managed to sell that for 2.45 bill. And then the next one we got last week, which sold for 950 mil. Funny story about the first Glacor weapon I made. I sold it for, like I said, 2.45 bill. And then about a week and a half later, I bought both of them for less than that. So I actually profited from one weapon and ended up with both. The total price tag for all of these drops came out to be 7.8 bill. So almost 8 bill in drops from God Wars 3. So in about 5 months, we ended up profiting about 13 bill from bossing. Ancient Scales, those ended up insta-selling because I had to put the price down a little bit, but that's still a good amount of money. Oh, and we also have 14 mil from some relics that I alched myself, but don't pay too much attention to that. 179 mil for the Book of Wen, that went up for sure. 127 for the concentrated, greater concentrated blast, that went down. This one was a surprise. I thought this was over 400. It's apparently only 289, so let's pick that up. And the Mass Capability Codex, 349 for everything, all 7 of them. Let's just grab those as well. Alright, that's all the sigils, and these are actually worth kind of a little bit. 35 mil for the Elysian, what? Okay, I thought it was 13 mil. I thought it was a little bit when I said that's 35 mil, what? 16 mil? What? 12 mil for that one? Oh my, and 4 mil for 2 of those. Okay, we're already at max cash. Oh wow, Hearts of the Archer are like 8.5 mil each? What? How much does this sell for? 4.5, not bad. This one is not selling though. Oh, my Manuscript of Vic sold. 44 mil. Jeez. Here we go, we sold quite a few more things. 328 mil for the Auricalca. What do we got here? That's worthless. 99 mil worth of crystal keys, and that's only half the stack. I had to lower the price, but we sold the other half for like 100 mil. And a crest of zeros that I randomly found in my bank. I think that was from a Reaper or something. Well, that's there. Let's collect that, and that is max cash tag number 2. And I guess what do we do now? I think I need to put another offer in for a green party hat or a green Santa hat so that I can keep selling stuff. All right, we're currently sitting at 4 bill and 756 mil worth of the loot tab things that we did sell. Look at all of these placeholders. I'm gonna have to get rid of those manually now, but that's fine. Look at all the stuff I didn't sell though. We still have the Orb of Pure Anima, which of course I need 2 other orbs in order to sell that. We have 39 Nillas, 2 Lang artifacts along with Kerapac's wrist straps, which I am gonna keep. We also have Greater Concentrated Blast, a couple of Manuscripts of Wen, and all of the Barrow stuff. I didn't even end up selling the Amulets of the Forsaken, which by themselves are 220 mil. Also over at the Rune tab, we do have a couple of runes that we got from Barrows mainly, and also Raksha and Kerapac for the Soul runes. So we're gonna do a quick price check on that, and that is 322 mil. And now that I remember, I also have some cannonballs from Kerapac and Corp. And if we add that to the price check, that comes out to be 479 mil just sitting there in the bank. Finally, we do still have all the Elder Troves, so we are going to be opening those as well. We don't have any from the Glacor because you don't get them in hard mode. That's pretty sad. And we didn't wear the ring for the first couple hundred kills at every single place, so we don't have too many tier 3s, but we're still going to get a good amount of money from those. Alright, 279 tier 1 tropes have been opened, so let's price check this. Of course, we can't sell the extreme magics or extreme range potions, but 22.3 mil. Given that that's just an extra, it's kind of nice, but that's really not worth too much, is it? Also, the onyxes are 1 mil each, which is very sad to see, but I mean, I guess deaths with the Ring of Death are pretty cheap nowadays. Now we have 391 tier 3s, and from these we're going to be getting the Pernix Quiver fragments, I think they're called, and that should give us a good amount of money. Right, we're done opening the rest of the tropes, and drop rate for the fragments is 1 in 10, so being right on drop rate would have been 29 fragments. We just caught a little bit short with 27, but let's probably check it out. What do we have? This is still 88 mil. Like, I am not gonna complain. 65 mil worth of fragments. That is beautiful. All right, so I guess that's all of the loot tab gone. It is empty as empty as it can get. Where is it? And we still have a couple of things in the Arch-Glacor, and that comes out to be around 88 mil. So we're just gonna have to wait for that to alch, along with these onyx bolts right here. We're gonna alch those as well to not lose about 6 mil in those if I sell them in the G. But in total, we got 2 max cash stacks and 555 mil, plus the 88 mil in the Arch-Glacors. That is gonna come out to be 4.9 bill. So we almost hit the 5 bill. If we sold the cannonballs or runes, we could actually get to the 5 bill, but we're just gonna stay at that. All right, the invention machines, the Arch-Glacors are done with our items. So let's see how much we have in here. Ooh, 44 mil. Okay, that other one should be exactly the same. All right, 44 mil as well. That's 88 mil from the alch machine. That is very, very good. And that is all the loot from the loot tab sold and alched and everything. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. I do hope you enjoyed. Next episode, we're gonna be spending all of the money we made today, and I mean all of it. So make sure you subscribe for that, like the video if you did enjoy it, and you can click on screen now to go to my channel, a random video YouTube will select for you, and my Road to Golden Reaper playlist. And I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.